So I've already made a couple Avengers Endgame type of videos. I've already made Chris Evans' retirement and what that means for the MCU and what that means for the future of MCU, what it means for Phase 4 Marvel movies. I've already done my spoiler talk on Avengers Endgame, and yeah, we'll more likely be talking about Endgame up until the release of Spider-Man Far From Homecoming, because there's still so much of this movie to talk about and so many more topics I just want to dig into, and this is another one of those topics. Is the next topic I'll be talking about on the Endgame scale is why Avengers Endgame should have had an after credit scene. Because if you're one of those people like me that stayed after if you stayed till after the credits for an after credit scene of Avengers Endgame, you would have been disappointed because there was no after credit scene in Avengers Endgame. And here's my reason of why I think they should have had an after credit scene in Avengers Endgame. First off, because it's the very Marvel thing. This is the basic answer right here. Is because it's the basic thing. Like Marvel movies, like they've been teasing Endgame all in their movies and all in their after credit scenes for Endgame and to set up Thanos' character. That's kind of how he's been set up. He was first like fully shown in his glory in the Avengers after credit scene, and then they just continually tease Thanos after that in the other MCU movies. After credit scenes are the very Marvel thing, and like so they teased Endgame for multiple movies in multiple of their after credit scenes. That's how we saw Thanos for the first time, was in the Avengers after credit scene. There was one, I think it was the Avengers or Avengers Age of Ultron. I think, it wasn't Avengers Age of Ultron, it was Age of Ultron or the Avengers, where you got to see like Thanos like in his chair. And surprisingly, that's one fun fact about that is that was not actually Josh Brolin in the makeup as Thanos in that after Kirsten, where he was like sitting in the chair and he just quickly turned around like that and smiled. I think that was the Avengers after credit scene. And then there's one where like Thanos, like he gets him in his full glory and he puts his hand in Infinity Gauntlet and he says, "Fine, I'll have to do it myself." Like then there's that after credit scene. So, but yeah, the actor for the first time we saw Thanos, that was not Josh Brolin. I think I was still deciding which actor do we want. Do we want this actor playing Thanos, or do we want Josh Brolin playing Thanos? I think Marvel was still trying to figure out which actor, but I was glad they went with Josh Brolin. I think he's a terrific actor. Avengers Endgame topic is why Avengers Endgame should have had an after credit scene. So yeah, as you may have known, that after credit scenes are the very Marvel thing now. It's in almost every Marvel movie. And I feel like why Endgame should have had one is because they've already announced that Spider-Man Too Far From Homecoming, that's coming later this year. That's coming in a few months, and they could have teased that movie, or they could have just teased us with Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Because that movie's also been announced that James Gunn is back on that project. That they announced that a different director was going to direct it, and Dave, whoever plays it, Drax, they announced that he did not like that idea, because then he would not come back on Guardians of the Galaxy unless James Gunn would be the director again. So yeah, there was a bunch of talk about Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and I think they said it was filming this summer, I think, and we're almost at the end of summer, so I'm not sure what I actually read on that. I remember reading something related to that, but they could have teased us with Guardians of the Galaxy 3 and maybe what that would be about, and just showing us just a little glimpse at what we can expect in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 now, which is, James Gunn has he's back on directing. He also wrote the script to Guardians 3 as well, so yeah, he's back in the director's chair, but also writing the script for Volume 3. They could have teased us with Guardians of the Galaxy 3 in the Endgame after credit scenes. I thought that would have been the perfect time, because Guardians of the Galaxy, they're in that movie. And a couple of the Guardians members, they're actually quite visible throughout the film. They actually have a fair amount of screen time, and at least Rocket does, and all of them, they have a fair amount of screen time in Endgame. So they could have just teased us with Guardians of the Galaxy 3, saying even if it was just a little text saying Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is coming. Even just a little text like that, that would have been cool. But we wait till after the credits, nothing, just black screen. But yeah, they could have teased us. This would have actually been the perfect chance to tease us with Spider-Man 2 Far From Homecoming. This would have been the perfect time for that, because Spider-Man was in that movie, and they could have just shown maybe just a glimpse of Spider-Man at where he is at now, or meeting Mysterio for the first time. There could have been just an after credit scene of just setting up for Spider-Man 2 Far From Homecoming to get us excited and to just know the connection between Endgame and Spider-Man 2 Far From Homecoming. And Kevin Feige has already come out and said that Avengers Endgame, that's not the end of Phase 3. That's not the end. He says Spider-Man 2 Far From Homecoming, that's the true ending to Phase 3 of Marvel movies. So yeah, that's what Kevin Feige said. But they could have at least teased us with something. I thought they would have at least teased us with Spider-Man Far From Homecoming, because that's the next Marvel movie from here. And then we have a Morbius movie coming soon this year. I'm not sure. That movie doesn't have a confirmed release date yet, so yeah, we don't even have an official trailer. We don't even have any posters. We've only had a couple of on-set videos and on-set photos of that movie. So yeah, Spider-Man Far From Homecoming, that's the next Marvel movie that we are getting this year, also along with X-Men Dark Phoenix, which is coming out in 2 months. So there's all these Marvel movies that they could have done for Spider-Man. That would have been the perfect slip in the perfect slot, just to slip in a Spider-Man Far From Home tease, to maybe just in teasing that where Spider-Man is at. Maybe it could be getting set up for Spider-Man Far From Homecoming, even though the movie's already had trailers, and the movie, it already has its hype, it already has its audience of fans there. So I don't know, they could at least just I guess my point here is Avengers Endgame, it should have had an after credit scene to at least set up Spider-Man Far From Homecoming. And a lot of people can say the ending, or a lot of people can say by the ending of Endgame, the movie should not have had an after credit scene. I mean, I'm fine with an after credit scene or not. I mean, I was happy with the payoff that we got. I was happy with the ending that we got. I thought that's the perfect payoff right there. It's a satisfying payoff. So I mean, I was happy if we got an after credit scene or not. But I mean, at least we could have had one for Spider-Man Far From Homecoming to at least just set it up, maybe just build that excitement to the next level, build that next level of hype, just since that's the next Marvel movie. But I was just thinking all these things, there's all these just little topics, and these aren't nitpicks. If you think these are my negatives towards the movie, no, I'm not saying that at all. I think Avengers Endgame, I feel it's the perfect Marvel movie and one of my favorites. It's not it's not number one favorite, but it's definitely up there, probably top 5, top 10, probably top 5 actually. But yeah, I feel it would have been the perfect time to tease or set up for Spider-Man Far From Homecoming. It just really made no sense, because that's it's the Marvel thing now. People go to Marvel movies, they expect an after credit scene, and right there people can say that I'm hating on Marvel and I'm hating on the fact that Endgame did not have an after credit scene. I'm not complaining. I'm happy with the film that we got. I'm satisfied with that ending. I loved everything actually about Endgame. So I mean, I'm happy. I have no problems. Okay, for those people out there that are thinking I have a problem with Marvel not putting in an after credit scene, no, I have no problem with that at all. It's just that it's a Marvel thing. For 11 years they have been we go to these Marvel movies, we expect an after credit scene. For 11 years Marvel has inserted after credit scenes in their movies. And humour has also become a big thing since Disney took over. Humour has been a big thing along with after credit scenes. And then I just thought ever since Spider-Man Far From Home coming out only a few months away, just why not put an after credit scene? Why not just put a scene as the after credit scene, maybe setting up, just teasing that Spider-Man Far From Homecoming is happening, and just maybe just how it connects it all, and maybe just all of that. Because if you did see the ending of Endgame, if you also didn't see Infinity War, so spoilers for both Infinity War and Endgame, is that Spider-Man, he turned into dust at the end of Infinity War. So yeah, he's been trapped where all the other Avengers are. And then only at the end he came back. So that could have been like the perfect time just to tease us with that Spider-Man that he's getting another movie. And I'm guessing, like, I get people can say that, yeah, we already have 2 trailers, man. I mean, it's people can use that example like multiple times. They can use that, but it's really not a good reason. So trailers, they're just trailers. And after credits, it could have set up something like maybe special in Far From Homecoming. So it's just, and it doesn't piss me off. I mean, I love the movie. If it had an after credit scene or not, I'm happy either way. I'm satisfied with the movie I watched. It's one of the best Marvel movies I have seen probably ever. It's a great payoff to the past 11 years and the past 22 films, and I'm satisfied with what I saw in that movie. But me, I'm happy either way. It's just like there's multiple topics to keep me busy on this channel up until Spider-Man Far From Homecoming. But yeah, there's so much that ending of Endgame, it just leaves you with that it makes this great topics on this channel, and I want to give my thoughts on these little things, because like I was one of those people who just waited in the theater probably a credit scene, and then people were even disappointed that there wasn't one, which like it's because that's the very Marvel thing. Marvel is known for that. So yeah, I just want to give my thoughts on that. Like I said, there's still like a ton of Avengers Endgame topics to cover. I've just been really thinking about these since I saw this movie on Wednesday. I've been just really thinking about why Marvel and why the Russo brothers, why they did that choice. But anyways, it's like I said, it's not a problem. It's just a topic I have my own thoughts on, my own opinions on. I just want to make some good content for you guys, and then this is that way. So, anyways, guys, let me know what your thoughts are on that topic in the comment section down below. Do you think Avengers Endgame? Do you think it should have had an after credit scene, or don't you think it should have had an after credit scene? Pop down to the comments and let me know where you lay on that. Do you wish it had one, or do you wish it didn't have one? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. So anyways, guys, I hope you have a good rest of your night, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.